I am supposed to be in Devon, and as I was packing the van and sorting myself out, I got a weather alert that said that there were going to be flash floods, strong winds, huge rain, and I went, I don't necessarily want to go to Devon on that basis, thanks very much. Now, I'm very lucky that I am just flexible. I wasn't meeting anybody on those particular days, so I have decided to change my plans. The problem is, it is just 3 or 4 days before Easter. Everything is booked. All the schools are off on holiday. How on earth am I going to find somewhere that I can go with my motorhome with this little notice? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Before I dive in, if you're new here, hi and welcome. My name is Kat. I run the motorhome and van life website Wandering Bird, and I'm here to help motorhome and camper van owners who want to go and have epic adventures but can't always book several weeks or even months in advance, or like me, sometimes your plans change at the last minute. So let's dive in. Okay, so let me walk you through my process from deciding that I was going to change my plans. I should note as well that I don't always change my plans just because of rain, but heavy flooding and danger of travelling is never a good thing to drive a motorhome into. So let me just walk you through the 3 websites that I look at when I have decided to book something last minute, whether I'm changing my plans or whether I've just gone, oh, I've got a free weekend. Let's see where we can go. So the first place that I go, because for me personally, especially when I'm traveling on my own, but even traveling as a couple, I don't particularly like big campsites. I don't need a reception area with a massive shop. I don't need a kids play area. I don't need a bar or a restaurant or anything like that. I prefer places that are peaceful, that have got nice views, nice dog walks, those kind of places. So for me personally, CL sites and CS sites are my favourite. Now, there is a fantastic website called clbooking.co.uk, and to be a CL or to use the CL site, you have to be a member of the Caravana Motorhome Club, which I am. So you can go on to clbooking.co.uk. Now, anybody can go onto this website. You don't have to be a member to use this website, but they will ask you for your membership number once you've booked. And you can actually find the CL sites on the Caravana Motorhome Club website, but on their website, they won't tell you if that site has got availability or not. Now, not every CL site is on clbooking.co.uk, but a lot of them now are, and it makes it so much easier to book it, because obviously a lot of these places are on farms or they're on places where there are other businesses going on, so they're not there like a campsite reception is always there with somebody to answer the phone. CL booking sites or CL sites aren't like that. They're generally just a field, so it's quite hard getting hold of people, especially if you want to do something last minute. So let me walk you through it. Now, helpfully, this website always comes to end up with the dates for the next following weekend, because obviously most people are looking for last minute getaways for the upcoming weekend. So it shows you the next weekend for the Friday and the Saturday night, and it shows you, let me move my face, it shows you all over the UK. So what you can now do, now that you've got the next weekend, if you want to change the date, so I wanted to go away, let's do from today until, let's just do for the next 2 days. So you can now see all of these places. Now you can do it by a map, which I find quite annoying, I have to say. I find it quite slow. But let's do it this way so you can see how it works. So obviously I'm based around this area and I was heading down to Devon, have decided not to head down to Devon because of the weather for at least 2 days. I'm going to head down there later on this week. So from today, what availability have we got and where can I go? Now, red is not available, so why they show it, I do not know. Prices in green are available for my dates. So then it is literally just a case of deciding the rough region that I want to go. Now, I saw on the weather map that all this lot was rubbish, so I don't want to go anywhere down here. So I'm going to pick £15 a night. Sounds good. What is that? Actually, that looks lovely. That looks really lovely. So it's basically a field with some nice fishing. Not that I fish, but it's got a nice lake. I know a certain dog who would love that, although God knows if they're allowed. So dogs are allowed. adults only, which is good. Now, no shower and toilet. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you might know that I'm having a bit of an issue with the water system in the motorhome. So at the moment, I don't need a toilet, but I do want a shower. So let me show you how. Let's just close that down, and I will show you how to use the filters on this. So I obviously need something with dogs. I need something with a shower, and let's say because the weather's been so bad, I want something with hard standing, which is going to limit the options massively. I don't need electric hookup, but go on, let's just do it and see what comes up. So these are options with dog, shower, electric hookup, and hard standings. And as you can see, very few available coming from today. And that one actually looks quite good. £20 a night. Love the prices that are so much cheaper. Green grass pitches, dog walking. So hard standings are available. They've got lots of availability, which is good. So what you can do then is just inquire and book. Now when you go through to that, if you don't already have an account on CL Booking site, not your Caravana Motorhome Club site, so you have to set up an account specifically for this website, then you can go through your inquiries and book it through there. Now, if that one's not right, or you wanted something else, you can now see. So this one's obviously got proper hard standing pitches, but that looks, come on, clear away. Everything goes so much slower when I'm recording on this. I just had to refresh the page because it froze on me. So one thing I want to point out as well is this is Easter weekend. So look how much availability there is very, very last minute for one of the most popular going away weekends ever. But that's how I use clbooking.com. Now, if I couldn't find something I wanted on CL site, or I wanted a bigger campsite with more facilities or anything like that, the next website that I would go on to is the Caravana Motorhome Club. Now, I'm a member, obviously, of the Caravana Motorhome Club. I've used them for ages. I really like their campsites. I tend to find them a little bit probably less family friendly, so therefore for people like me they're perfect if you've got kids and want playgrounds. Some of the sites of course have got playgrounds, but not all of them have, so you might find one of the other clubs is more useful for that one. But let's use the Caravana Motorhome Club to see how I would find a campsite. Right, so I tell you what, let's make it exactly fair. So let's do arriving from today for 2 nights. Let's apply that, and let's do, so now again I can include the certified locations, and then we've got to put in location, which I find quite annoying, but let's do Oxford. I can see it there, Oxford up there, right. So in fact I'm going to take off the CL locations. There we go. Oh, there's only 4. So again, so these are ones of arriving today until Friday on Easter weekend. As far as I know, the red ones are the affiliated sites, and I've actually stayed at that campsite. It was lovely. And the orange ones are proper Caravana Motorhome Club sites. So places that have got space immediately to book is Salisbury Hillside, which I've been to before and I like it a lot. So you can then check on availability, and so if just one person, and you can see immediately the pricing of those, which I think is fantastic. And obviously I'm one person, so it's quite cheap. If you've got more than one, then it'll go up a little bit. And then you can choose the kind of pitch that you want. So I'm going to go with a hard standing with awning, or without. They're exactly the same price. The ones that have got with awning are generally just a little bit wider on the pitch. You get a little bit more space. So then you can add your vehicles if you've got anything, and you can go straight to booking. It's one thing I love about the Caravana Motorhome Club site. You can literally book it immediately. So that's really good. And then obviously, like I said, if you wanted to go to one of their affiliated sites, then I think you can book directly on these. Oh no, you have to go through to their website, and then it will tell you immediately if there is space or not, which is probably why they're red, because they don't know, I don't think. But that's how that works. So that is the second thing that I try. Now, if you're not a member of the Caravana Motorhome Club, or you want to see what other independent campsites around a certain area, like you can see there are some gaps in the Caravana Motorhome Club coverage. If you want to find a campsite perhaps near here and there isn't one available to you, and then another website that I use is Pitchup. Now it's still based in Amsterdam, because that's where I obviously was last time I used this. I use Pitchup all the time, and you can use it in Europe as well, but obviously we're looking for campsites in the UK right now. So here we go. We've got dogs allowed, showers available, and we don't want to just do Oxford again. And we want to do, let's do the exact same on here. Just for one adult, please. Billy No Mates, motorhome site. So I've got dogs and showers. Let's do an electric pitch. There you go, hard standing. Oh, there's only 2. I suppose that's New Oxford, so let's have a look. So again, these are proper campsites. Let me move my face. Proper campsites, so you can see, now the price for that is for the total stay, so that's £30 a night, which is all right. And you can click on that. You can go through to the information about that particular site, and then you can see what's available and what's not. So they've got 1 electric hard standing and grass pitch available. The grass ones have all gone, so all of those ones are gone, or they've got a non-electric pitch, which is a lot cheaper. So that's £20 odd per night. So you can literally, obviously you've got to sign up to pitchup.com, but then you can just go through and book it straight away, which is good. I believe, having used it a little while now, that it is slightly more expensive to book through Pitchup, but having used their facilities to find the campsite, it seems only fair to give them a little bit of a kickback on that. But if you want to go and book directly with these campsites, you can as well. Now, if you wanted to go, was that roughly in the gap where I was saying there was a bit of a gap? Woodbridge Inn. Oh, that looks nice. Ooh, that looks lovely. Right in the centre of the North Wessex Downs. So again, scroll down, always check that the dates are right. You can see exactly, and this price is per stay, not per night. So if you're going for electric or non-electric, you can see what is available. So that's how you can literally look through and find places that you want to stay very, very, very last minute. In fact, just to go one more, let's have a look on Easter weekend. So as you can see, there are a few of actually, oh my goodness, £208. £208 for what? For 2 nights? Oh, has anybody been to Ladram Bay Holiday Park? And was it worth £104 per night? I mean, the view is beautiful, but that's insane. Like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I've got so excited that Puppy's come to say hello. It's all right. It's fine. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's how I find these places. Anyway, right, on that note, I'm gonna end that there. So I hope you found that video useful on ways that you can find last minute campsites around the UK. There are of course other solutions for different types of camping, and I will share those in a future video. If you're new to motorhoming or just want a little refresher, you'll find our pre-trip checklist really helpful, walking you through everything you need to do before you set off on your trip. And you'll also find this video helpful. If you're not yet subscribed, give that button a little push, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.